Welcome back to more Lord of the Rings Online. Over the last couple of episodes, we have been a good little hobbit slave here in the depths of Isengard after being betrayed by the Falcon clan in Dunland. And then particularly in the last episode, we spoke with Akka, the prisoner behind me here. He used to be a steward of Isengard, very close to Saruman himself and Grima Wormtongue, but he betrayed Saruman by offering some extra bread to Orthank's latest prisoner, Gandalf the Grey. And now, we are going to speak with him again and see what happens.
I like you. I will help you escape.
Do you see how it was now, friend? I served Saruman well and faithfully for many years, and but for the lies of Grima, I would still. I like you. I will help you escape. There is a way out of the ring that only I know about, and you will not find it without my help. Tell your friend that if he can get us to the surface and create some kind of distraction, I can get us beyond the ring. So we are now hatching an escape plot. Excellent. We don't want to end up like this guy. We would like to escape.
The steward will help us? Good.
I do not like being so dependent upon him, but it seems that we have no choice. We can get some prisoner boots too. That'll be sick.
Do not let the Uruks know what you are up to.
Akka will tell us the location of the secret way out of the ring, but we will need two things: a way out of these cells and a large enough distraction to keep the Uruk-hai occupied once we reach the surface. When Falk took me from my cell to work, I saw some of Saruman's experiments. One of these involved a black powder that, when set aflame, caused tremendous roar and smoke. Some of the machinery seems to spew this powder. If you can collect enough of it, we could use it for our distraction. Your relative freedom of movement can help us here, Kippen, but you must still keep up appearance. Do not let the Uruk-hai know what you are up to. Report to Sargurs by the forges and do his work in addition to collecting the powder for me. Okay, so let's begin here. Let me pull up my character panel here. Let me go to the cosmetic outfits and the one I'm wearing now. Let me see what happens when I put on these boots. I know I shouldn't as a little hobbit, right? Yeah, I'm just gonna keep him off because I'm a hobbit. Alright, so let's go. So presumably this powder that Saruman is experimenting on is some form of gunpowder, which he is planning, as we know, as fan of Lord of the Rings, to use later in the Battle of Helm's Deep to breach the walls. That's what I'm assuming is happening here. What is all this? Legendary item level ups. So let's go all the way down to the forges. I am just going to jump down. I'm trying to break my fall. Oh well. Whatever.
Back for more work, eh?
There's plenty to do, so don't let me catch you dozing. Sargurs motions at the scattered weapons near the forges. One of the old man's thralls dropped a barrel of weapons and tried to run for it. He was dealt with, but now there are weapons scattered all over the place. Pick them up and put them back in the empty barrel there. So we have another fellow prisoner here. Oh, there's also some black powder that I should be collecting along the way. And trying to hide it in my little rags. Alright, let me place these here.
Good. I glad you cleaned up those scattered weapons.
That servant who ran for it made it further than they usually do. He made it up to that ramp over there. I just wish he hadn't spilled that barrel and caused me all this extra work. You breathe a sigh of relief. Zagruz does not seem to have noticed the theft of the black powder. Okay, so now I'm going back to the dungeons. Now that I have the black powder. Let me run all the way back. Need to head up through here. Run, little hobbits, run! So glad to have this forced march skill as a warden. It's so useful. Especially in locations like these, in which we can't use our mounts.
You managed to get some of the powder. Perfect.
This is going to be the key to the distraction that we will need once we make it to the surface.
What is it they say about birds and stones?
The guards do not bring us to work on the surface very often, but the last time that they did, I saw some of the great war machines being constructed within the ring. I do not know how close they are to being completed, but if we can do anything to prevent them from leaving Isengard, we surely must. What is it that they say about birds and stones? I think the black powder you collected might serve as a perfect distraction and also deprive our enemies of one of these war machines. Go to the surface and leave the black powder near the largest of the war machines, southeast of the steps of Orthanc. The amount you have should suffice for 4 small piles. We will set the war machines aflame when it is time for us to make our escape. The door to the surface is on the north side of the caverns. Alright. Final preparations. Here we go, guys. So let's return to the surface. Let me see where I'm going here. Alright. So I do have to do a little bit of snaking around the paths here to get to the surface. That's alright though. So let me see. Yeah, I'll probably... Let me just follow the path, that way there's no confusion. Go through here. Let's see. You can't just walk around here. That's mad, man. He silenced me. That's alright. He died from my bleed. No. Is it gonna make me go all the way around here? I don't know if I can use these platforms to... Yeah, I'm gonna have to go all the way around, guys. That's gonna be quite a trick. Dang. Fine. I'll do it. I'll do it. Only because I must. Past the forages. And around. Oh man, dead end. Let me keep going this way. Then I'll turn around. Perfect. Another prisoner here. I think it's the same one we saw over at Fosh's command a little earlier. Okay, let me see where I'm headed. A little more this way, and then I'll take the path. All the way north and hopefully out to the surface. I took a wrong turn. It's quite a long ways around to have to go. Alright, we finally made it. Isengard's surface. Now I need to go set some gunpowder around some of the larger siege equipments being built. I could certainly do that. Let's see where that's going to be. Looks like something's being constructed here. Leave black powder here. So yeah, that's definitely a big equipment. There you go. Keep sprinkling the powder until it's gone. I guess you could really just use it in the same spots, but I want to be a little bit more authentic with this. There you go. Talk to Thok. Thok has noticed you lingering around the war machine.
What were you doing lingering around there? Explain yourself.
I don't like the look of you, Hobbit. Start talking. Thok eyes you hungrily, confident that he has caught you doing something suspicious, so you appease him. You start talking. You tell him angrily that it is Morflock's will that you walk around Isengard unguarded, and if Thok wishes to question the will of Morflock, you can bring the two together. All of Thok's bluster vanishes in an instant. Don't tell him about this, I'm sorry. I didn't mean anything by it, really. You don't need to trouble Morflock about it. So I need to talk to Morflock or Baldgar. I'm just gonna go to whoever's closer, quite honestly. Yeah, Baldgar is gonna be all the way inside. I don't want to go all the way back to the dungeons. That would take me 3 years to run all the way over there. So, let me go talk to Morflock. Alright, sir. Morflock stares at you for a long moment before speaking. Thok gave you some trouble? Doesn't he know that you're one of mine? I will have one of my boys take care of him. No one disrespects Morflock. Oh, I still have to go talk to Baldgar. No, that's so far away. Alright, I might speed up this because we just spent 10 minutes running all the way out here. So, I'd hate to put you guys through all of that again. So, I'll fast forward this, I believe. Alright, finally back.
Good, good.
You have done as I asked. Good, good. I hope setting the black powder aflame will be the distraction that we need to make our escape.
It is time we were free of this place.
There's no sense delaying this, Kippen. It is time that we are free of this place. Speak with me when you are ready. Alright, let me see what the little gloves look on the cosmetic, though. It's our last chance to wear it, right? So, why not? Alright, we'll keep them. Why not? So, I'm assuming this is going to be an instance for the escape, so here we go, guys.
Are you ready? We will only get one chance at this.
We must make it count.
We do this now or not at all, friend. There is no looking back. We will escape from Isengard, or we will die. But we will not stay here.
Here's what we need to do, Kippen. The Keymaster is an Uruk-hai who carries a ring of keys that can open these cell doors. He tends to come down into the dungeon several times a day, or what passes for a day here in the Lightless Reaches. Look for him somewhere in the dungeons and see if you can catch him unaware. He is likely to be down the other wing of these dungeons. Climb the slope and turn right when you can. Once you have the keys, come back here and release me. We can then open the door for Akka, and we will make our way to the surface. The Uruk-hai must have seen you walking around Isengard. They may believe that you are bringing us to see Saruman by order of the wizard. They may let us pass. Go get those keys, Kippen. Alright, I wonder whatever happened to that Uruk-hai that I poisoned in the kitchen. Remember we used that poison, but that never really went anywhere? Maybe that'll come into play here. He said keep right. So maybe here? The Keymaster is somewhere in the dungeons. Yeah, there he is. What are you doing down here? Fosh didn't tell me you had any business here today. I don't like the smell of you. Get out of here. You're done for, Hobbit. You defeated the Uruk-hai Keymaster and retrieved the keys. Psst. Hop over here. You've got the keys, do you not? You must let us out. You cannot leave us here to die, friend. We can help you. Alright, so it looks like I've freed everybody. Along with some dunlendings, so I have a whole army at my disposal for this escape. This is not what I meant, Kippen. Oh, he's not happy. Listen to me, men of Dunland. There is no friendship between our peoples. We have warred and will war again. But today we need each other. Today we have a common foe. Akka knows the way out of the ring, but we will need your help to reach it. Will you help us? Aye, we will. Count on it. Good. Now, Akka, it is time. There's a gap in the wall between the buildings on the western side. Once the black powder does its work, you should be able to make it there in the confusion. But first, we will need to get to the surface. It will not be easy with so many of us. We cannot all go together. It would attract too much attention. Akka is right. Kippen and he and I will go first. Count several score before following us, then do so in groups of 2 or 3. Good luck to us all. Alright, here we go. I'm gonna try to bust out of here. So it's still a long run to get to the surface. I'd imagine this is going to be quite a long instance. This episode might run a little long too. We do not want to attract attention, Kippen. We should walk slowly from here, as to not get undue attention. Let us go. So if you hit your insert key on your keyboard, you can actually switch to a walk. And take off by forced march as well. Just pretend you're role-playing Sarah Oakheart. That's all you gotta do. Oh, well, skip ahead. We're outside, okay. We are almost out. Now we just need to light the black powder. Kippen set up ahead of time, and we will have all the chaos we need to make it to the other side of the ring. And freedom! Say farewell to Akka. Now we just need a bit of flame, and we can set off the black powder for our distraction. Let me do it. Both of you have homes beyond the ring, but this is my home. There's nowhere I want to go. I will light the powder. You are sure? I am ready for what comes, Kippen. I will set the black powder aflame and it will draw all of Isengard to this side of the ring. When that happens, the western side should be empty, and you will be able to slip through the gap in the ring wall. Farewell, Kippen. May you live past the night and help put an end to my master's evil. Wait for my signal, and farewell. How self-sacrificing of Akka. This way, Kippen. Let us find a place to hide while we wait. Once we get out of here, I need to find Theodred, the Prince of Rohan. Remember, we ran into him in Dunlin. All of this attention was focused on the movements of the Dunlending clans. We had no idea things were this bad within Isengard. Where will you go? I will help you rescue your friends from the Falcon clan once I have given my message to Theodred. You have my word. I will help you save your ranger friends from captivity at the hands of the Falcon clan. I'm sorry that we can do nothing for the ranger that was sent here with you. Lothrandir, he was called. If Lothrandir still lives, Saruman has kept him very close. We cannot hope to gain entrance to Orthanc. What is taking Akka so long? What is taking Akka so long? I think something has happened. Not good. More flock. There's been a commotion below, Kippen. Some of the captives got loose. Oh no. All of my boys ran to see what was going on, but I smelled a rat. And who should I see sneaking around the war machine? This old fool. Kippen, this changes nothing. Do you understand me? It changes nothing. Keep him busy. You would be nothing without me, Kippen. I gave you the run of Isengard. It was the fear of me that kept you from being thrown into the cells alongside these vermin. But now we will see. Oh yes, we will see whose time it is to die. See how I repay treachery. Die, worm. So it looks like my friend is going to light the powder. And there it goes. What is that noise?
From atop the pinnacle, I beheld a great fire and smoke. And when it cleared, my prized captives were gone. How is it you are still alive, Morflock?
Morflock is not going to have a good day today. That is what I sense.
I carried you this far. But this is the end.
For Bodgar, son of Beltgar.
Do not weep for me, my friend. It is enough to be free.
Balgar's eyes flutter closed for the last time, and he dies a free man. You decide to return to Theodred's camp in the Gravenwood and see what has become of the Grey Company during your captivity. Okay, so let's head to Theodred's camp. Alright, where am I headed? Okay, all the way up the road here. So we finally escaped Isengard, which is all well and nice. Back here in Dunland. So let's go find the Prince of Rohan. Lots of little enemies on this path here. I'm trying to avoid them. Not in the mood to get into combat. No. Fine, I'll go around. Oh, I ended up aggroing. Right at the very end, too. How unfortunate. That's alright. So there's Theodred.
You are alive. We
Ah.
fear the worst.
So annoying. Fine. I will fight him. There we go. The end. It's a little laggy.
You are alive. We feared the worst.
Few of your friends made it out of Tal Mithadris, and the tales of those who did are not encouraging. I do not think that the Falcon clan was with Saruman in the beginning, rather. It seems that the tide turned while you were traveling through Dunland. The news you brought, Lil Brennan, that Saruman's influence could be felt everywhere, may have been the information of which he was waiting. A pox on these Dunlendings. They cannot be trusted. Very few folk made it out of Tal Mithadris, but some did. The rare few Dunlendings who spoke against Lou Brennan's decision, and a handful of rangers. If we work together, we can repay Lou Brennan for his treachery.
Not every member of the Falcon clan agreed with Lou Brennan's decision.
Not every member. Those that did not were slain or forced to flee. Of those who escaped is the woman Seren, and it is from her that I have learned much of what befell within Tal Mithadris. I have been working closely with your friend Ceradan before he was captured, and he now burns with desire to free the rangers who still live, if any do. He is very wise, and it seems that if there is any hope of rescue, he may be able to devise it. Speak with him on this account. You might also seek the advice of my trusted friend, Hogawise. He excels in battle and has been a boon companion on this excursion into Gravenwood. Alright. So, let me go ahead and reforge. Stuck in combat music, you know.
Aid is welcome, friend.
That is one of my pet peeves. I hate being stuck in combat music. Looks like this one reached level 60, so I can actually go ahead and deconstruct it.
Welcome and well met, my friend.
Which one is it? 27, 34, 25, 34, 27. What is this one? This one's not even equipped, it looks like. There you go, that's level 60. I'll go ahead and deconstruct that and get a ton of stuff out of it. Cool. And then I can go ahead and equip something else here, so I can start gaining experience on it. Okay, let me speak with Ceradan.
Many of our friends have fallen, and the rest are captives of Lou Brennan.
You must tell me of your time in Isengard, Kippen. It cannot have been pleasant, and you were often in my thoughts. I heard what happened within Talmathadros from Radonir. Sometime after you were secreted away to Isengard, he managed to escape the prison cave with poor Bragar. The two of them fought their way into the center of Tur Morva, but then Ceradan sighs heavily, and he seems in that moment much older than his years. Bragar did not make it. They cut him down on the road, and only Radonir escaped. He has gone back with some of Theoden's men to try and recover Bragar's body, but they have not returned. Many of our friends have fallen, and the rest are still captive of Lou Brennan. According to Radonir, Halbarad and the sons of Elrond are still alive, but who can say for how long? Alright. Next, let me speak with this old lady.
The honor of the Falcon, sold to Saruman. I cannot believe this.
How can this have happened? The old woman is quivering with anger and grief. The Brennan called the heads of households to him and declared that we were at last ready to reap our reward. We had only to bend the knee to Saruman, but Lou Brennan himself had said to us that the Hebog Luth would not be a tool of some wizard. He said it often and loudly, and we came to believe it. I have no love for the horse lords, and the strutting princeling least of all. But what can be said? The honor of the Falcon clan, sold to Saruman? Wolf sought his enemies in open battle. He was no wizard's hireling. Saren chokes back angry tears. My boy Anirin has not returned yet from the lands of the Algreg, but his beloved spoke out against the treachery and is still a prisoner. What will I say to him if she dies?
I would take 10 Rohirrim on horseback over 1,000 Dunlending wild men.
We crossed the ford of Isen in secret to learn what the men of Dunland were up to, but it is worse than we suspected. I think it surprised the leader of the Falcon clan as well. It seems to me that he was biding his time until the victory of one side seemed assured. Then he needed to simply throw his lot in with the side likely to come the victor. Let us hope that he is mistaken, Kippen. I think that he is undervaluing the prowess of men of Rohan. I would take 10 Rohirrim on horseback over 1,000 Dunlending wild men. I have spoken with your friend Ceradan, and it sounds like these rangers are the same. The more of them we free now, the fewer thousands of Dunlendings I will need to concern myself with. Ha! Alright.
The enemy has a strong defensive position, but I will help you free your friends.
There's no sense delaying this any further. Your friends are held captive by our shared enemy. This enemy has a strong defensive position, but we have this advantage. We know where he is. Once the Falcon clan leaves Talmathadros, that advantage dissipates. We must deal with them here before they leave the valley. Once the Falcon clan leaves the valley, my men and I must retreat and hold the ford. The defense of Rohan is my main object. Until that time, I will help you free your friends.
I sent some of my men into Talmathadros to establish a camp.
We should go and join them, pass into Talmathadros, and follow the road as it approaches the lake. From this camp, we can scout the area and make plan for rescuing the rangers. Some of your people should be already at the camp. Such is the fire in their hearts. Let all who wish to join them do so. Alright. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. We are finally escaped from Isengard, so let's get rid of these prisoners' clothes. Let's go back and put on this outfit. There you go. And I hope you guys are enjoying, and I will see you on the next episode.